Sal.
Karen. Karen, mute yourself.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining us on the news briefing for this Wednesday. We have been talking a lot about Car Week the last week, and so we're going to talk about Car Week again today. We're going to talk about tools for getting around Car Week and getting through traffic. We're also going to talk about some safety messages as well. So first, we want to start with our interactive map. And so let me share my screen. And for those of you who have not seen the interactive map, hold on, it is not there yet. So let me open that up for you. For some reason, it got closed. And I'm going to show you how to get to the interactive map. So let me share my screen. All right, so we have this really terrific interactive map. You can find it at mccarweek.com, but in this case, I am going to our county website, and it is right on the homepage of our county website. And you wait a second and watch the little bars, and voila, you have this fantastic interactive map. So this tells you all about the events that are scheduled for the week of Car Week. So I'm going to go to today, which is August 14th, and the map is going to show us on the left all the permitted events that are going on today for Car Week. And then on the right is this interactive map that shows you where they are and what traffic might be there that might prevent you from getting there on time or slow you down so you can help plan your trip. There are little icons that tell you more about what's happening. You can see there's a traffic advisory there. So this is a great and useful tool if you are planning a day for Car Week and you want to go over to Pacific Grove or you want to see some of the other shows. You can go to the map, check the day, check the times, check what traffic might be impacted, and help plan your trip. And another great and useful tool for Car Week is our County uConnect app. And for that, we have Nick Pasculli, our communications director, to talk about how that is really helpful. Hi, Nick.
Hey, Maia, thanks for having me today. And hello, everyone. Welcome to Car Week 2024. So we're really excited because our Housing and Community Development Department developed this map that Maia just showed you. And for the first time this year, we are making that map available on our mobile app. And the County of Monterey's mobile app is called uConnect. Monterey County. So you can go to the App Store, you can go to Google Play Store, and you can download that app for an Apple device or an Android device. And if you go to the next slide, Maya, we'll show you what the homepage looks like of that app. It's very attractive with these nice big buttons. And as you can see with the green arrow, I've indicated where the Car Week map and what Maya just showed you is on the app. And so the beauty of it is, when you click on that link, it takes you to the menu, which Maya just showed you on the website, but this is what it will look like on your mobile device. And of course, you could look at the various different events. You could go by date and things of that nature. And so what I did on the next slide is just want to, again, like Maya did earlier, went to August 14th. And all the events show up. The map is on top in this case. And then the events are down below. And you can simply scroll through all those events and pick the event you want information about. And of course, the numbers on the map correlate to the numbers that are on the event listing below. So this is a really neat way to utilize that map when you're on the go. If you don't have access to a computer or whatever, obviously the next best thing, and in some cases the only thing we use these days, are our mobile devices. I also want to point out, if you go back to the second slide, with the homepage view, I also want to point out that one of the things we also did this year is we also included on the homepage of the app, you can see right to the right, the road closures. So that's road closures information for Monterey County. So the roads that the County of Monterey is responsible for, any road closure information is on the app as well. So the app makes things easy, puts things right at your fingertips, and you will certainly enjoy Car Week much more this year with being able to use the tools from the County of Monterey.
And thanks, Nick, for walking us through that. Sometimes people say, oh, another app. I'm not sure I want another app on my phone, but this app is useful long beyond Car Week as well. And I was hoping you might extol the virtues of the app.
Absolutely. So, the app is a 24/7 tool to access not just county services, but you can, look for job openings. You can look at things like things with our elections department, things that are coming up. Most importantly, probably with our public works, if you see a road hazard or something to that effect, you can report that right through the app. So there are many, many resources available on the app. The homepage obviously is what we just showed you today, but there are three other pages after the homepage that have buttons just like this about important things that we want people to have at their fingertips. So different from the website has a lot of resources, but the app is kind of those things you need to know when you're on the go.
Thank you, Nick, very much. Because like I said, the app is great for Car Week, and it's also going to be great for other county information in the year to come until next Car Week, when we're going to need it again to get to the map. Thanks, Nick. And so we're also very pleased to have Commander Andy Rosas here from the Monterey County Sheriff's Department, because Car Week also comes with safety reminders. There are a lot of people on the peninsula and elsewhere coming to all these events. Andy, thank you so much for being here. And I'm hoping you can share kind of what you're seeing, currently at Car Week, and some safety reminders.
Well, absolutely. Good morning or good afternoon to everybody. And yeah, Car Week is in full swing. Even though our major events really start taking place Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we do have activities that have started as early as this past weekend. We have seen some increases in some of the calls that we are receiving, both here at the Sheriff's Department and some of our local law enforcement agencies. And a lot of those do involve, unfortunately, vehicles that are not driving in a safe manner. So, we do encourage the community to remember that the roads are shared. We have people of different driving capabilities that have to use these same roadways. Some people are not involved in Car Week in any way, shape, or form. They're just going to and from school, to and from work, to and from medical appointments. They're going about their normal daily business. And all of a sudden, we've got this influx of people coming from all over the world that have different types of driving styles. And it's important to remember that, again, we're sharing the roads. If you do see somebody that's driving recklessly, we ask that you make a call if you feel that it's necessary based on this individuals driving the way that they're driving, to please make a call using the non-emergency number and provide as much information as you can. Provide a vehicle description or a license plate. But don't go chasing after anybody. Unfortunately, we've had some of those incidents happen as well, where people, feel that they have to go after somebody that's committing some type of traffic violation. We don't encourage that at all. We don't want anybody to get hurt dealing with this. Leave that up to your local law enforcement officers to try to locate these individuals with as much information that you can provide to us. I want to thank you, Maia and Nick, for providing the information on the interactive map, as well as the uConnect app. These are very important pieces or very important tools that you can use to get the latest information on what is going on with Car Week. And because the County of Monterey is working as a team together with our other local law enforcement agencies, our public affairs individuals, and regional and federal law enforcement partners that are helping us this week, we communicate all of the necessary information to those that need to know. And with these apps and the interactive map, we're able to communicate the most up-to-date information to the public when it comes to any road closures, road issues, emergency issues that may arise that are somehow connected. And even if they're not connected to Car Week, this is where you're going to find that information. So please utilize those tools. Along with Car Week, we know that some of the other issues that are going to come up are parking issues. You may find yourself living in one of those areas where you're close enough to a Car Week event that people are going to start parking illegally, double parking, parking in areas where they're not supposed to be. We are going to do our best to address those issues as they come along. I'm pretty sure it's pretty obvious that at times this can become overwhelming. However, working with our partners, depending on the location, it could be your local police that has to address this particular problem. It could be the sheriff's department or even the highway patrol that has to address this problem. So if you are experiencing some type of parking issue, please contact the non-emergency number as well and notify us. We do know that here at the sheriff's department, we have a way to submit information online. However, in this particular instance, we remind people it's probably going to be better for you to call the non-emergency number. Sometimes we don't get those messages online immediately. There could be a delay. And if you're waiting for somebody to respond to your call, there may be an even bigger delay. So please call the non-emergency number and report whatever incident you have going on. And then, of course, back to the traffic and the reckless driving that could be out there. Sometimes you get people that just drive too slow. It's not always that they're driving fast. They're driving really slow because they want you to enjoy what they're showing off, the beautiful vehicles that are coming to Monterey County this weekend. But no matter what type of traffic incident it is, try to get as much information as you can, vehicle descriptions, license plates, call that into dispatch, and we'll do our best to try to respond to these calls. Finally, as I mentioned just a bit ago, we are working with our law enforcement partners. There is a lot of law enforcement in Monterey County this weekend, specifically on the peninsula, but not just on the peninsula. Throughout Monterey County, we have air assets. So I'm talking about helicopters, aircraft, we have drones, we have law enforcement partners that are coming in from a regional and federal level as well to assist us in making all of our Car Week events as safe as possible for everybody. So if you see something that is just not looking right, if you see something unusual, we also ask you to call your law enforcement agencies. If you feel it's an emergency, call 911. If it's a non-emergency, use the non-emergency number specific to your area and report as much information as possible. We will respond to these calls as they're coming in. With that, again, I encourage everybody to continue using the interactive maps and the uConnect app. And we hope that this is one of the best Car Week events that we've ever had in Monterey County.
Oh, well, we hope so too. Andy, I'm wondering if you can tell us from where you are, kind of down at command center, working with all these partners, are things going well at this point? Because there are a lot of people coming in to Car Week.
So what I can say is, right now we are communicating. We communicate on a regular basis to let each other know what kind of problems are out there. I think we're still in the early stages, even though we've already had some Car Week events that have kicked off. We still have people that are descending upon Monterey County, and I think tomorrow, Thursday, we'll see an even bigger um, increase in the number of people coming from out of town. And of course, Friday, Saturday, you're going to see an even bigger increase in people. We've had some minor calls, mainly focused around people concerned about other people's driving. As an example, we know this morning one of our deputies who was on their way to work one of the Car Week events was able to observe a vehicle that was passing everybody on the shoulder. And this was one of our exotic cars that was visiting from out of the area. And of course, the deputy took the appropriate action and was able to pull over this individual and issue citation. So we want that message to get out as well, not just to our local communities. It could be frustrating at times to deal with the traffic issues and other issues that may arise, but there are still rules of the road that we have to follow. So we're going to have to just adjust to that, add a little bit more time to your commute times, and make sure that you leave yourself enough time to get to your destination in a timely manner, and not get frustrated and do some of the things that we've already been witnessing as what I just described to you this morning. So, please take your time, get there safely, and try to enjoy as much of this as you can.
Well, even if your car's exotic, you got to follow the rules, right?
That's right.
Are there any questions for Andy or any questions about the map or the uConnect app? If not, Andy will let you go and get back to work, keeping us all safe, and fingers crossed for, as you describe, a fantastic Car Week.
Thank you.
Our next topic is going to be going into the housing arena. This week, the community has a chance to review an updated version of the county's 6th cycle housing element. Now, this document is going to be headed to the state for review. It's also going to come before the Board of Supervisors. We're very pleased to have Jaime Guthrie, who is a planner with the County of Monterey's Housing and Community Development Department, to talk about what this means by having it available for review and the next step for the documents. Hi, Jaime. Really, thank you for joining us today.
Hi, Maia. Thank you for having me. I'm glad to be here talking about the housing element. So one thing is, I'll just start from when we had a board meeting on June 11th, and the draft, the public review draft, was out between May 6th and June 11th. And then we had other meetings with the Planning Commission and our Housing Advisory Committee and our Health, Housing, and Human Services Committee. And we took not only the public feedback, but also feedback from the committees, the board, the Planning Commission, and tried to redo the draft, not completely, I guess more appropriately revise the draft to integrate some of these, some of the feedback that we got. If I can, I'd love to share the website, and this is where you can see the actual draft, and then
yes, please go ahead.
Map. Okay, great.
Fantastic.
I have to find my share button. Okay, here we go. And okay, so right now I'm at the Housing and Community Development website, and what I'll do, I think it would be good if I can go ahead also, and I'll put the website address in the chat.
And there is also the ability for people to get to this page from the county's homepage as well. So there are two options.
Great. Let's see, I think I can't do chat and share screen at the same time. So I'll do that afterwards, but let me just walk you through the website. So you're at the Housing and Community Development website, and under the General Plan Elements Updates, you have here the housing element draft, and that'll take you to the draft. However, the sites inventory
Jamie,
map,
we can't hear you.
you can't hear me? How odd. You can't hear me? That is really odd. I'm unmuted. So can you hear me? Oh, okay, somebody can hear me. Oh dear. Cindy Burnham said she can hear. Anna said yes, she can
Yes,
hear me.
we've got you back. It was just a little technical problem. My apologies. Please
No
continue.
worries. Okay, no problem. I'll go back and share what I was.
Just keep going. It was fine. Sorry about that. Technical
okay.
problems.
No problem. Okay, so here we are at the draft sites inventory. Let me go back here. Here's the sites inventory map. You click there, you get to the map, and you have to say okay, because it is subject to change. And it's very simple. You can search by using an APN or a, which is an assessor parcels number, or you can do it by site number. And this is a toggle on and off. And so if you have it on, you will see that the sites are illuminated with the red line. And then if you want to see parcel by parcel, you just turn off this toggle and it will go away. And if there are multiple parcel sites, then you will see each parcel by parcel. But if you want to see the site by its site number, then you can also review that way. And here's the simple legend. And one thing that changed, of course, was some of the sites were taken out. And so there were maybe 14 parcels that were taken out, and then there were parcels added. And one thing we did was reduced the number of total sites and parcels, and we had maybe 10,000 in the previous draft of the housing element, and we're down to more like 6,300 now, which is something that a lot of the community was really wanting, and we heard we heard that and went ahead and did what was necessary for that. Maia, are there any questions that?
Oh, that's fine. I just wanted to make sure you were absolutely done with this. And I think it's really important for residents to know that their input really did matter in this process. I know it's the housing element is always, brings out a lot of passion on all aspects of it. And it's really, I think, really good for residents to know that their input really did matter. And for those that were concerned about sites, they probably do want to go back in. They want to look at the site inventory and they want to see, what happened with something that they might have been concerned about. And so this really doesn't end the public input, even though this is an updated draft. I'm hoping you could talk about what are the next steps so that residents can review this. And then if they have more they want to say, what are their next steps?
Absolutely. So the next steps are that we're going to submit to the California Housing and Community Development, and they will take 90 days. That's a statutory mandate. And so they will review that'll be going to them on the 19th, so next Monday. And then on the 20th, August 20th, we'll be going to the Board of Supervisors to update on the status of the housing element draft. One thing that I will say, there is a little bit of a caveat when you look at the site, because although we did add sites and this was by board direction, we added some sites, and a lot of those are actually still under review because we really have to go through and comb through all of the characteristics of the site, as well as making it fit into the numbers in the site's inventory. As you know, or may not know, the sites are to fulfill the regional housing needs allocation, and that allocation for the county is 3,300 some odd units. And that's across the very low income category, the moderate income category, the low income category, and above moderate income category. And so there has to be a bit of calculus, I would say, for each of the sites to be incorporated or not. And we are doing that as well. There are a lot of irons in the fire right now with the housing element. And also, we do need to do an environmental impact report, and we're going to be starting that right after we get the housing element draft to the state.
So there's still work to be done, which is, there's always seems to be work to be done on a general plan element, but there are other options for residents. They can continue to monitor, they can continue to review, they can continue to express, any support or displeasure they have with any of this as the process goes along.
Absolutely. And also there will be another formal public review period after, so when we get the comments back from the state, and the county needs to respond to those revisions that are recommended in one way or another. And then once we've done that, there will be another 7-day review period for the public to review our revisions from that first submittal to the state.
Right. Jaime, thank you so much for coming on to walk us through this. The review time period is only this week, so we want to make sure that people know that they have the chance to go in. They might want to look at that site inventory to see the disposition of any of the sites they may have been interested in, and then they can come to the board and then keep up to date on next steps for the housing element.
Yes, absolutely. And I do want to also mention that my colleague Dina Northcutt put the link into the chat. So please go ahead and go review.
And I believe there's also an email that people can sign up to receive updates on the general plan. And I believe that you can find that on this page as well, that you can get updates when things are happening so you know when to go and look.
Correct. That's general plan updates at countyofmonterey.gov. And it's not just for the housing element, so please go ahead and specify if you only want notifications regarding the housing element, because at the same time as we're doing the housing element, we're also updating the safety element, and we're preparing a new environmental justice element. And those are all three of those elements are part of the county's general plan. So yes, when you go to general plan updates at countymonterey.gov, please do express whether or not you would like to be added to the distribution list for any one particular element or all of them.
Jamie, thanks so much. I really appreciate you taking the time to fill us in on this. I know there's so much work ahead.
Thank you, Maia. Have a great day.
Thank you. Now, no matter whether you're a new house or an old house, every house needs a dog, right? So we're very pleased to have Cindy Burnham here from Hitchcock Road Animal Services to talk about a fantastic event that's coming up on the 18th. Cindy, tell us about Dog August Nights.
Absolutely, and thank you for having me today. Just wanted to add that Animal Services is also on the uConnect app, so another reason to get that and to use that. A lot of good information. I'm going to share my screen. Hitchcock Road is out on Hitchcock Road in Salinas, and yes, we have a big event. It's on Sunday from 2 to 5. It's our second annual Dog August Nights. And we've moved it back to Hitchcock Road this year as we really wanted to promote and turn it into an adoption event. And so we have we're waiving all adoption fees on Sunday afternoon. We're waiving pet licensing fees. We've invited some of our local rescue partners to join us to hand out their information. Groups like Animal Friends Rescue Project, Peace of Mind will be there. We've got a couple food and snack trucks there because why not eat and have a snack while you're looking at pets? And as of yesterday, we had 30 adoptable dogs, 32 adoptable cats, 3 bunnies, 3 bunnies, 3 guinea pigs, and it's not a partridge in a pear tree, but it's a young chicken. And we will have actually some additional dogs and cats that will become available by Saturday. Our goal is to adopt out as many as we can. We may have some fancy cars here, not sure, but for all those of you driving by and you're looking for a new pet, we will be here Saturday afternoon. I wanted to share just some pictures of some of the critters that we have because we've got a lot of variety right now. These are our most recent adoptables, so ones that have just come up. We've got some pit bulls, we've got some shepherd malinois, we've got plot hounds, we've got spaniel mixes, and all of these animals are on our website. They have additional information on their profiles. These pups here have been with us the longest. So we've got Zuri, Celise, Casey, Bo, Bosco, and Arwen coming into 60, 80 days here at the shelter. So these are ones I know our volunteers are really been promoting on our social media. Got some adoptable cats. Nemo here came in with a huge a wound on his side, and our vet was able to treat him, get some tubes in there, clean him up, and we're hoping he gets adopted shortly. But we've got calicos, tabbies, we've got black and whites. These are our longest resident kitties, and some of them are alumni from our foster program. So the little black and white one at the right corner is my favorite, super cute. So all of these animals again have their profiles on our website. It's once they're adopted, they would be taken off our website so you can see what we have. But the little kids up top were in our foster home, and now that they're old enough, they've come back. They've been spayed and neutered. We have a feature on our website that we wanted to highlight is every animal. We have the Adopt Me app. So what volunteers and our staff do is that in addition to the one single picture that you see on our website, we have this app that basically creates a diary for the time the animal's here. For example, Chaplin here had some additional pictures posted on his Adopt Me app. So, and there's videos on here too. So you get to see more than just that one picture that we can post online. And it's been really great for helping folks get to kind of know what the animal is like. My favorite right now is Arwen. Arwen's our longest, the dog that's been here the longest so far. We had a volunteer take him out to a hike in Fort Ord this week, and she posted pictures in the Adopt Me app of his trip there, and then also posted some new fancier photos that he took, that Arwen got. So she got, sorry. So there's more information on our website on each of the animals that you're interested in. And so we hope that helps folks see something they like and come out on Sunday. And then also I wanted to flag, I'll be here next week to talk more about this, but we've started putting it on our social media. We've got a new pet licensing program coming to Monterey County. We're partnering with DocuPet to introduce a hassle-free pet licensing process. Convenient registration online by phone, mail, or in person. Pet licenses will include DocuPet's free home safe 24/7 lost pet service. So there will be access to somebody 24/7 if your pet's found wearing its DocuPet tag. And there's also the option for nominal fees to upgrade to really cool kind of designer tags. So it's no longer the old antiquated stainless steel tag that for some of us that have tiny dogs, it's hard for them. So we're trying to do something a little different, but I'll have more information about that next week. Excuse me. And with that, here is our contact information and our hours, and I'm available to take any questions about our events.
Cindy, thanks so much for coming and talking about many things, but I think it's really fun if you could talk a little bit more about why you're putting together an event, because the shelter is always open. People can come to the shelter, they can meet an animal, but there's something about having a community event where the animals are out and they're mixing and mingling with people that just make it more kind of a friendly environment to get to know a pet that could be part of your family.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Well, we enjoy having these events. First of all, we enjoy having the community come out and kind of making it like a party. It also helps folks get to know us. And so, yeah, we do adoptions every day. We're open, till 7 o'clock tonight for adoptions too. And we do have adoptions 5 days a week, but having these events just kind of allows us to celebrate the adoption process even more. We've tried different times. We've had them on Saturdays, Sunday mornings. This Dog August nights, obviously it needs to be a night in August. And so we're just trying to make it fun and appealing and get it out there that we have all these phenomenal pets that need to be adopted. And, our community has been really great in responding and attending to these. So we hope to see them Sunday.
And just one last thing about inviting the rescue partners. I think a lot of people will look at a shelter one way and rescue groups in another way in terms of, should your animal go to a shelter? Should it go to a rescue group? But what they don't realize is that the shelter and these groups work very closely together. And having everybody in one place, I think, can make people feel good about, say they find an animal, they're not sure what to do. They might be more comfortable taking it to a shelter knowing that a rescue group might assist later on down the line if that is needed.
Yeah, absolutely. We save animals. We save more animals because of our rescue partner program. We have, we have partners all over the state, into Oregon, Nevada, Washington, and for whatever breed may come. And so, but we have some really, really great local partners that we probably talk with every day and that we're always communicating with. And so we wanted to invite them because their success is our success. If we're successful, then, there's less impact on them. But when they're successful and they have donations and fosters who can help us with the animals, then it allows us to be successful in saving animals. And so it's not an us or them, it's a we and together. And so we wanted to invite them out to share their resources. They're all looking for foster homes right now. And so if maybe somebody doesn't adopt from us, but we can, maybe they can become a foster home for one of our partners, and that helps us down the line. We're 100% supportive of that because it takes a village to do what we do. And we have a pretty great one.
Thank you, Cindy, and really best of luck on Dog August nights this weekend. And, for those who aren't going to be watching the cars, they can come and have a food truck snack and play with the cats and dogs.
Go watch the cars drive by as they leave town.
Exactly. Thank you, Cindy. And thanks everyone for joining us on the news briefing this week. Our next briefing is next week, and we'll see you then.